Welcome back, y'all. What's happening out there in WBB land? We are back with another video, and this is a 12-part series highlighting each team for the upcoming 2025 WNBA expansion draft. Each video will highlight one team, project their protected six players, as well as project who Golden State will take from their team. Without further ado, let's get it popping. The Seattle Storm are the last team that we will be talking about, and while their expansion draft seems relatively cut and dry, the team is in unbelievable disarray in my opinion. Obviously, we have the allegations of bullying and harassment alleged by multiple parties. Multiple players on the team apparently have reported this. It's going to be lengthy. We're probably not going to find out anything for quite some time. I will say, I wouldn't be surprised to see this team look a lot different. And frankly, I think they need to. I think the Jewel Lloyd and Skylar Diggins-Smith experiment, that ain't working. I don't know if it's a leadership style. I don't know what it is. It's weird too, because they're both ND alum. So you figure they'd have that college bond, but it seems like that is where the friction is coming from. Now, once again, I'm reading tea leaves. I'm not going to speculate on who's in the wrong, who's in the right, whatever that is. That's for the investigation to unfold. But I do think, forget about the drama. This team was ill-conceived last season. And I will admit I was wrong on this one. I liked the pickups in the offseason. I failed to realize how bad a shooting team this could be. Sub 30%. This is a team that can't shoot the ball into the ocean standing on the sand. Something needs to change. I don't know if that's this season. I don't know if that's next season, but I do look for this Seattle Storm team, especially in the new CBA era, to look a heck of a lot different. But as for the expansion draft, I said it's pretty straightforward simply because they have so many unrestricted free agents they won't need to worry about protecting. Let's run through it. Of course, the Gold Mamba, she will be on the list. Skylar Diggins-Smith on the list. Ezzy on the list. Jordan Horston is on the list. And as for that fifth protection, I do think they go ahead and protect Gabby Williams, who is unrestricted. I think they do this because if they don't, Golden State will have an opportunity to go ahead and core her, pluck her off the roster, 1-year max deal in a Golden State Valkyries uniform. Not to mention, there could be some communication as far as the New York Liberty are concerned, because Maureen Johannes also available to be taken by the Golden State Valkyries. Now, the French Connection might be meeting up in the Bay Area potentially, so I do anticipate Seattle to protect. Now, that doesn't mean she's got to sign with Seattle. I don't know how she feels. She came back to Seattle. She has history there, but if Golden State goes ahead and grabs Maureen Johannes off that New York Liberty roster, they might think we don't even need to select her. She's just going to come over in free agency. Once again, French Connection in the Bay Area. That would be, frankly, quite enticing from a WNBA fan standpoint, that's for sure. So that is a fascinating little tidbit to watch out for. I think if we see New York select Maureen Johannes, I'd be very worried if I was a Seattle Storm fan that Gabby Williams will then follow suit. As for the Storm's sixth protection, I think most people anticipate Nika Mule will be that protection. I wouldn't be surprised. I, however, am going off the board a little bit. I am going to protect another draft pick from last season, a third-round pick, and that's, of course, Mackenzie Holmes out of IU. I think the knee injury dropped her about 10 places in the draft at minimum. She's a little undersized, but honestly was one of the more polished offensive players in last year's draft. I think she's got great footwork. She's got a great nose for the ball. She's got great post moves. I see a little bit of Naz Hillman, a little bit more offensively skilled perhaps, maybe a slightly lower motor, top end speed, lateral quickness, athleticism. But I see a definite player there, and I want to kick the tires on that, which means Nika Mule, come on down. You're a Golden State Valkyrie. Now, obviously, Mule also had an ACL tear overseas. Timetables for these kind of knee injuries vary. Sometimes they're a little bit quicker. Sometimes they take, 9-10 months. So jury's still out on whether she'll be back and ready to roll, but this is what I see. If Seattle does, in fact, keep and protect Nika, don't be surprised to see Golden State use the same rationale I did, grab Mackenzie Holmes and see what she has to offer. Let me know in the comments who you're saving with that 6 protection, as well as will Gabby Williams be back in Seattle next year? Like I said, she's an unrestricted free agent. Will a Maureen Johannes pick up from Golden State entice her to the Bay Area? Let me know your thoughts.